Hey everyone, it's Simone Watson. Today is Monday. Yay! So I guess usually I would do manuscript Monday or writing goals. I don't really know what this is, so I we'll see. Okay, cool. Yeah, so last week was very hard because there were quite a few controversies at the same time on book Twitter. I'm not going to spend my whole video talking about that because that's still kind of hard for me to even think about, and it's one of those things where I thought about getting on YouTube to rant about it, and at some point maybe I will, but there are you guys some of you probably understand this when you have uh when you're trying to when you're trying to do the best you can for your mental health, that sometimes it does help to rant about a situation, and sometimes it helps to actually just remove yourself from that and think about something else. And so right now I'm thinking about something else, and that's where we're at for the moment. So I am trying to, I guess I'll tentatively tell you my plan for this week and for the coming quarter. I have to remind myself that plans can change because again, it's hard for me to make long-term plans and be like, oh no, but they can change, so it's all fine. Um, so I had a business idea yesterday. Um, I, like I said, last week was really a lot of things. Um, I sent a bunch of queries last week, and then on Saturday, I was feeling depressed. And I wasn't sure why, if it may be because I had just sent all those queries and was feeling like, oh no, it's the end of my time thinking about red letter law, or maybe I was sad because I wanted to stop thinking about red letter law because I really kind of do. I spent a lot of time editing it and querying it, and I think that it can be good to take a breather, work on something else, etc. while you've got those queries out, so you're not just obsessing over the queries. So it's good to go work on something else. So um that could be what was making me feel sad, that it's like, oh, I'm so tired of thinking about red letter law, or just different things like that. I don't know, but it might have just been a general depressive small depressive episode, but um it's okay because I felt better by before I went to sleep. Actually, oops, I didn't go to sleep. So that's a little bit of a story in and of itself. So yeah, like I said, I was feeling depressed for a lot of the day. And I've mentioned to you guys before that I have depressive episodes. So I'm not just saying the word depressed as slang for sad. I'm talking about a depressive episode. But then toward nighttime, I started to have some ideas, and they were exciting ideas. And so I think I might have transitioned into mania or hypomania. I'm not completely sure, but I definitely stayed up all night. And that was it was I almost didn't even notice I was staying up all night. It was like, oh, it's late. By the time I noticed it was late, it was really late, if that makes sense. And so I was up until about sunrise, and then I finally went to sleep or fell asleep and woke up and was like, oh, it's about to be time for church, and I've just gotten an hour and a half of sleep, so I don't know what to do. I slept for another 20 minutes or so, and then I decided to go to church. So I went to church, and it was awesome. Had a really good church service. Came home from church, had a snack, and took a super nap. Where you're just out, you're just conked out. I took that kind of nap where it was hard to wake me up because I was just and so the point is, during my super nap, I dreamed an idea, and I was just like, yeah, woo. And so that idea was an improvement on, or a sort of an improvement on the idea that I already had the previous night. So this is just really exciting. It was like, oh, I just dreamed this idea. So this idea is for a business venture. I'm not going to tell you guys the details of it yet. So, but I'm excited. And so going into the second quarter of 2017, that is something that I plan to put a lot of my focus into. And so that's really exciting. Yeah, like I said, a business venture, and I plan to write this quarter. a lot. Okay, a lot of writing. And so if you know, in the first quarter, I don't even feel like going back to watch my first quarter goals. Um, and like to say this is what I did and didn't do, because I already know what I did in the first quarter. So I feel like if I go back and watch my goals to compare them to what I actually did, it may feel like, oh, I didn't do enough because I didn't reach those goals. Whereas instead, I'm instead of just feeling like, okay, like I got done what I did and I made progress and I'm proud of it. So maybe that's not the way to look at it. Maybe I should just go watch my goal video anyway, and maybe I will. But right now, I'm like, I'm okay with not watching my goal video. I feel like setting the goals in itself is helpful, even if you don't go back and review the goals later. I don't know, but we'll see. So anyway, yeah, so in my first quarter, I did some writing, but a lot of what I did was rewriting red letter law. And that's cool, you know, rewrites, edits, you know, they're important and everything. But um, I would really like to write something new. And the problem is, during the first quarter, sometimes when I would write something new, I would feel kind of guilty. Like, I need to be editing red letter law right now. Or I would do the whole sneeze status thing, which is still, you know, a thing where it's like, let me write a little bit of this new thing and then go back. But I would really like to ramp up my writing, my generative writing. Like I've said before, when I was editing, that was writing because I was doing rewrites, but I don't know if I would call it generative. Some of it was generative because it was totally new scenes, but I'm saying I want to write some new stuff. And so my plan, and it's about to be Camp NaNoWriMo, yay! My plan is to write a first draft in April, write a first draft in May, and write a first draft in June. And if I do not complete one of those first drafts, that's okay. But I would either like to complete the draft that month or get 50,000 words written in that month. Well, actually both. Yeah, get 50,000 words written in that month. And if I don't finish the whole draft, it's okay. It can carry over to the next month, but I'm starting something new. That's what I am tentatively planning to do. So it's a little scary to be like, oh, I have 3 new drafts to write in the next 3 months. But I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting to have a challenge like that. And I do have a bunch of ideas lined up that I want to write. And so that would be cool. The problem now, not problem, the challenge now for these next few days, from now until Friday, so the next 4.5 days, is that I need to choose which ideas I'm going to write, or at least choose the one for April. And some of these ideas are not yet fleshed out. So I need to flesh them out, maybe do some planning, maybe not. So we'll see. But yeah, I feel like it is very beneficial for me to have a break from red letter law. I love red letter law, but it's good for me to have a break there. And I've got those queries out. I think I mentioned that. I've got a bunch of queries out for red letter law, so it's a good time for me to kind of, just step back and work on something else. But yeah, so these ideas that I need to choose from, I was debating whether to tell you guys the ideas or just, well, we're only at 8 minutes and 38 seconds, so sure. My ideas. Actually, no, that's kind of long. So this is a good place to end the video, and I'm just going to make a separate video with my ideas in it. And thank you. I hope I didn't forget anything that I really needed to tell you. And if so, I guess I can just always make another video later. So thank you so much for watching. And if you want to like, comment, and subscribe, you know where to click. Bye.